Take a deep breath and allow your body to soften into this moment. Feel the weight of your body resting on the surface beneath you, and let that connection remind you that you are safe right here, right now. As you breathe in, draw in calmness, and as you exhale, imagine releasing all the tension that has been living quietly in your body. There is nothing to fix, nothing to resist, only this gentle awareness unfolding. When we begin the process of healing, the first and most powerful step is to acknowledge what lives within us. So often, we move through life carrying invisible wounds, moments that were too painful to feel, experiences that we tucked away in hidden corners of our heart. We learn to survive by not looking too closely. But healing doesn't come from hiding, it comes from allowing light to reach the places we have kept in shadow. As you sit in stillness, allow yourself to turn inward with kindness. There is a part of you that remembers every heartbreak, every disappointment, every time you felt unseen or unloved. Instead of running from it, I invite you to simply notice it. Let your breath be your guide, soft, steady, compassionate. With each inhale, you invite presence. With each exhale, you create space. Sometimes the pain we carry is not from a single event, but a collection of small moments. Words that hurt, trust that was broken, times when we felt we had to be someone else to be accepted. These moments weave themselves into our body, forming patterns of tension and thought. You may feel it in your chest, in your stomach, in your throat. Wherever it appears, breathe into it. Let your breath be a whisper that says, I see you, I am here. Acknowledging your wound doesn't mean reliving it. It means gently becoming aware that it exists and allowing it to have a voice. There is a difference between drowning in pain and witnessing it with compassion. When you choose to observe it, you begin to dissolve the resistance that keeps it alive. Awareness becomes the light that softens the edges of suffering. You may notice emotions beginning to rise, sadness, anger, confusion, or even numbness. Whatever appears, welcome it as an old friend returning home. For too long, these emotions have been waiting to be acknowledged. They are not your enemies. They are simply signals from your inner world, asking for your attention, your patience, your love. If a memory arises, don't push it away. Let it pass through like a wave moving across the ocean. You are the ocean, vast, deep, and infinite, and your experiences are just ripples upon your surface. You contain them, but they do not define you. You can feel the pain and still know your peace. You can remember the past and still live freely in this present moment. Take a moment now to breathe deeply into your heart. Imagine a warm light expanding from the center of your chest, radiating gently through your entire being. This light is awareness. It holds no judgment, no fear, only understanding. With each breath, allow this light to reach the areas within you that still hold pain. Don't force anything. Simply allow. Healing unfolds naturally in the space of awareness. There is no need to analyze or label what you feel. Simply be the observer, the silent witness behind every thought, every sensation. Notice how, as you observe, the heaviness begins to shift. When awareness touches pain, pain begins to transform. You are not your wounds. You are the consciousness that sees them. You are the presence that holds them with compassion. As you continue to breathe, remind yourself that acknowledging the wound is not a sign of weakness. It is the highest act of courage. You are choosing to turn toward what has been buried and offer it love instead of avoidance. In this moment, you become both the healer and the healed. Every tear, every tremor, every softening breath is a step closer to wholeness. Feel the quiet strength that rises when you allow yourself to be fully present with your own truth. Notice how your body begins to relax, how the energy shifts from tension to tenderness. This is what happens when we stop resisting our own story. The moment we say, yes, this happened, and I am ready to see it, we open the door for light to enter. Keep your awareness anchored in your breath. Inhale peace, exhale release. Let this rhythm carry you deeper into acceptance. You are safe in your own awareness. You are strong enough to feel what once felt unbearable. And as you do, you reclaim the parts of yourself that were once lost in pain. Now, Rest in this knowing that acknowledging your wound is the beginning of your freedom. Awareness is the light that begins to dissolve the darkness. You are not broken. You are simply remembering your wholeness. And as the stillness deepens, whisper softly within yourself, I am safe to feel. I am safe to heal. Now that you have opened the door to awareness and gently acknowledged what has been held within you, the next step is to let go, to release the weight that has lived in your body, in your heart, and in the subtle layers of your mind. Letting go is not an act of forgetting, nor is it about pretending the pain never existed. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional charge that binds you to the past. It is about allowing energy to move again where it has been stuck for far too long. Take a deep breath, feel the air enter your lungs and imagine it sweeping through your body like a soft wind through an open field. As you exhale, allow that wind to carry away what no longer serves you. The old thoughts, the old stories, the echoes of pain. Each breath becomes an offering to your own freedom. So often, we believe that holding on protects us. We cling to anger because it feels powerful, to sadness because it feels familiar, to resentment because it reminds us of what was unjust. Yet in truth, holding on only keeps us tethered to suffering. The mind repeats old stories not because it wants to punish you, but because it is seeking resolution. It wants to be seen, understood, and finally released. Imagine now that you are standing by a river. This river represents the flow of life, constant, changing, infinite. In your hands, you hold small stones. Each stone is a memory, a regret, a disappointment, a grudge. Feel the weight of those stones. They are heavy, aren't they? They have been carried for years, some maybe even decades. Look at them with compassion, not judgment. These stones have shaped you, taught you, guided you toward this moment. But now they no longer serve the path ahead. One by one, drop them into the river. Watch as the water carries them away, effortlessly, without resistance. Let the current of life take them where they belong, into transformation. Notice how your body feels as you begin to release. There may be a deep sigh, a subtle trembling, or even a sense of lightness. This is the body remembering how to flow again. The energy that was once trapped in old emotions begins to move freely through you, creating space for peace to enter. The truth is, you never needed to carry this burden. You were simply waiting for the right moment to lay it down. Forgiveness plays a sacred role in this release, but forgiveness is often misunderstood. It is not about excusing what happened or pretending it was okay. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional prison built by the past. When you forgive, you are not saying, what you did was right. You are saying, I will no longer let this pain define me. Forgiveness is the quiet decision to stop carrying what belongs to yesterday. Take a slow, conscious breath in. As you exhale, imagine releasing someone from your heart. A person, a situation, even an old version of yourself. You are not erasing them, you are simply setting both of you free. Feel the expansion that follows, the softening in your chest, the warmth in your heart. That is freedom. That is peace beginning to rise from within. Sometimes, letting go means surrendering the need to understand why something happened. The mind wants closure, it wants reasons, but the soul seeks peace, not explanations. There are some answers we may never receive, and that is all right. What truly matters is your willingness to move forward, to trust that what once broke you is now shaping your awakening. Letting go is an act of love, love for yourself. It is the gentle acknowledgement that your well-being matters more than your pain. Each breath you take in awareness becomes a sacred declaration. I choose peace. I choose freedom. I choose to live unbound. Allow your breath to deepen once more. Feel the energy of release moving through you like a wave washing over the shore. With every exhale, you are cleansing your inner landscape. With every inhale, you are filling that space with light, forgiveness, and understanding. This rhythm is life itself, a constant giving and receiving, releasing and renewing. There may be moments when part of you still clings to the past, when the mind whispers, I can't let go. When that happens, don't fight it. Simply return to your breath and remind yourself you are learning to trust life again. You are learning that you can be safe without the armor of pain. You are learning that peace is not something you chase, it is something you uncover beneath the layers of what you release. As you rest in this awareness, sense the stillness expanding within you. The heaviness begins to fade, replaced by a quiet strength. You realize that letting go is not a single act but a practice. A daily return to lightness, to presence, to surrender. Each time you breathe consciously, you reaffirm your freedom. Now, take one final deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine every remaining fragment of heaviness dissolving into the light around you. Feel the spaciousness that remains, clear, calm, open. You have begun to release the weight of the past, and in doing so, you are remembering who you truly are: limitless, peaceful, and free. Close your eyes for a moment and bring your awareness into your heart. Feel the quiet rhythm of your breath moving in and out, like the gentle ebb and flow of the ocean. Beneath all the noise of the mind, beneath the layers of identity and experience, there is a tender presence, a younger version of you who has never stopped waiting to be seen, heard, and loved. This is your inner child, the innocent essence of who you truly are before the world taught you to protect, to hide, to doubt. As you settle into stillness, imagine walking down a soft, illuminated path within yourself. Each step takes you deeper into your own heart, where the air feels warm and familiar, where time slows down and only love exists. In the distance, you see a small figure, perhaps sitting quietly, perhaps hiding, perhaps calling out softly for comfort. This is the part of you that still carries the pain of the past. The moments of confusion, of fear, of feeling unseen. Approach gently. There is no need to rush. Allow your presence to radiate safety. When you arrive, notice how this younger self looks. Maybe you see the eyes filled with longing, or maybe you sense a quiet sadness. Perhaps there's even a spark of curiosity, a glimmer of recognition that says, "You came back for me." This is the reunion your soul has been waiting for. The moment you turn toward yourself with unconditional love. Kneel beside this part of you and look into those eyes. In them, you will see the purest reflection of your own truth, untouched by the world. Innocent and whole, you don't need to say much. Just your presence is enough. But if words begin to rise within you, let them flow from your heart. Tell this child, "I see you. I'm sorry you had to feel alone. You didn't deserve the pain you carried. You are safe with me now." Feel the power of those words vibrating through every cell of your being. You are not speaking to a memory. You are speaking to life itself, to the essence of love that lives within you. The inner child doesn't need perfection. It only needs honesty and warmth. It needs to know that it no longer has to hide, no longer has to pretend to be strong. You are here now, the adult, the healer, the witness. You can offer the love that was once missing. You can listen without judgment. You can hold without fear. As you extend this compassion inward, the old emotional knots begin to loosen. The child within you feels the truth. It is finally safe to rest. You might feel emotions rising as this connection deepens. Maybe tears, maybe laughter, maybe an overwhelming sense of relief. Allow whatever comes to flow freely. This is not weakness, this is release. You are melting the ice that has kept your heart frozen in time. You are allowing love to reach the places that once felt unreachable. Now, imagine yourself placing your hand gently over your heart. Feel the warmth of your touch radiating inward. Visualize this warmth extending toward that inner child, wrapping them in light, golden, soft, and comforting. It's a light that says, "You belong, you are loved, you are free." This light expands, filling the entire space within you, dissolving the distance between who you were and who you have become. The child and the adult merge into one presence, whole, integrated, peaceful. For a long time, you may have believed that healing meant becoming someone new, someone better, someone untouched by the past. But true healing is remembering that you were never truly broken. You were only separated from your own love. When you embrace your inner child, you bridge that separation. You awaken the heart's natural state: innocence, wonder, and unconditional peace. Feel that innocence awakening now. It's not naivete, it's wisdom wrapped in softness. It's the understanding that your essence has always been pure, that your capacity to love has never been lost. The world may have covered it with fear, with shame, with doubt, but beneath it all, it still shines as brightly as it did when you first arrived in this life. That is who you are. That is what you are returning to. Let this connection deepen with each breath. Feel the trust growing between you and this inner self. It may whisper, "Don't leave again," and you can gently respond, "I never will." This promise seals your healing. From this moment forward, you walk together, the child within you and the conscious being you are now, both moving in harmony, both walking in light. As you breathe, sense how the energy within your heart feels softer, more open, more alive. The walls begin to dissolve. What once felt like pain now feels like tenderness. What once felt like emptiness now feels like peace. You realize that love was never something you needed to earn. It was always waiting for you to remember. Take one last deep breath into your heart and let it expand through your entire being. Feel the light, the warmth, the unity. You are no longer fragmented. You are whole. The inner child within you smiles, not because all wounds are forgotten, but because love has finally found its way home. Now, as you rest in the stillness of your heart, you can feel that something within you has shifted. The burden that once weighed so heavily begins to lighten. The pain that once defined your story starts to dissolve into understanding. This is the sacred moment when healing transforms into peace, when suffering becomes wisdom, and what was once darkness becomes a doorway to light. Transformation doesn't happen through effort or struggle, it happens through surrender. When you stop fighting your pain and begin to embrace it with awareness, it begins to reveal its true purpose: to awaken you to your deeper self. Take a deep, conscious breath and allow your awareness to expand. Notice the quiet energy flowing through your body, the gentle rhythm of your breath, the still presence that watches without judgment. You have faced your pain, you have released the past, and you have reconnected with the most innocent part of yourself. Now you are ready to move beyond healing into transformation, where pain is no longer a wound, but a teacher. Every experience, even the painful ones, has carried a message, a lesson about who you are and what you are capable of becoming. Often, we resist pain because we see it as an obstacle, but in truth, pain is the great awakener. It calls you back to your essence. It teaches you compassion, resilience, and forgiveness. It softens the ego and deepens the heart. When you see through the lens of awareness, every hurt becomes an invitation to grow. You realize that nothing was ever meant to break you. It was meant to bring you closer to yourself. Now imagine a soft light surrounding you, glowing brighter with each breath. This light represents the peace that comes from acceptance. It doesn't erase the past, it redefines it. Feel this light expanding through your heart, through your entire being. With every inhale, it grows stronger. With every exhale, it clears away the last traces of resistance. You are not escaping your story, you are rewriting it through the lens of love. Transformation is not about becoming someone new, it is about remembering who you have always been, a being of light, of truth, of infinite peace. The more you release attachment to your pain, the more you uncover your natural state of harmony. You begin to live from the space of your soul rather than the stories of your mind. The events that once caused suffering no longer control your emotions because you can now see them from a higher perspective. You understand that everything has unfolded exactly as it needed to for your awakening. There is a deep beauty in this understanding. You no longer need to be defined by what happened to you. You begin to see yourself as the awareness behind every experience, untouched, eternal, complete. In that awareness, there is peace. There is no blame, no bitterness, no longing for what could have been. There is only acceptance, gratitude, and freedom. Take a few more deep breaths and allow this peace to sink into every cell of your body. Feel it washing through your mind, soothing your nervous system, calming your heart. Each breath grounds you deeper into the present moment, the only place where true freedom exists. Here, there is no past to hold on to and no future to fear. There is only now, and in this now, you are whole. From this state of awareness, you begin to see that the people and experiences that caused you pain were also part of your evolution. Without them, you might not have discovered your strength, your compassion, or your capacity to love beyond conditions. Pain may have once closed your heart, but healing has opened it wider than ever before. You have learned that peace is not found by avoiding life, but by embracing it fully. The light and the shadow, the joy and the sorrow, the known and the mysterious. As you breathe into this realization, notice how light you feel. The heaviness of the past no longer has a hold on you. The energy that once kept you bound to suffering has transformed into clarity. You are no longer living from reaction but from awareness. You are free to respond to life with wisdom, to move forward with purpose, to love without fear. Now allow a gentle smile to form, not from the mind, but from the heart. It is the smile of recognition, of peace rediscovered. You understand now that nothing outside of you can truly give or take away your peace. It has always lived within you, waiting patiently beneath the noise of the world, beneath the stories of pain. It is the quiet joy of simply being. Let this peace expand beyond you. Feel it radiating outward. To everyone who has touched your life, to those who have hurt you, to those you have loved, send them this same light, this same peace as a silent blessing. In doing so, you complete the cycle of healing. The energy that once held you captive now becomes the energy that frees you and uplifts others. Take one final, deep breath and allow it to anchor you in this moment. The past has no power here. You are not your wounds, not your story, not your pain. You are the awareness that has witnessed it all and still stands radiant, whole, and peaceful. You have transformed your pain into peace. And in that transformation, you have discovered the true essence of who you are.